Sydney, considered by many to be Australia's financial capital, a hub of culture, commerce and connectivity. It is clear in this city that profitability is inextricably linked to commercial success. The bottom line, that businesses must ensure they achieve in order to stay alive. But for a city so engrossed in world affairs, there has been a call for greater transparency in the way we conduct business, to ensure that not only is it conducted profitably, but also ethically. Is all business good business? A combination of both ethical and commercial attributes is becoming increasingly sought after in the processes for client selection. During the next few minutes, we aim to convey to you the importance of representing both ethical and commercial issues prevalent in today's business environment, and particularly to potential clients as posed in Part B of the Student Challenge.
The first issue that we must consider is the client's good or service that they market. Before we propose for work with this prospective client, we need to assess if the client's product appropriately adds value to society. We need to ensure that in both an ethical and commercial context that a viable compromise is made, ensuring that before we propose for work that the client markets an ethical product. Much like assessing whether the client's product is a benefit to society or not, we also need to ensure that the price of the client's product is representative of its quality. If the client's product is priced too low comparative to its quality, we run the commercial risk of the client defaulting payment in return for our services. If the client is too profit aggressive, with the price of the product relatively too high, consumers are being taken advantage of. In a commercial context, it would taint our reputation if we were to engage in a client operating like this. Abusing its customer base is not unlike questionably treating its staff, as has been portrayed in the media, and hence will be a reputation risk if we were to be involved. Even though our partnership is young and growth has been slow, we cannot unnecessarily take on these risks. To achieve selection, the client would have to price its product fairly. Operating ethically is not just a business hours facade, but rather a lifestyle. In a casual capacity, one of our fellow partners has already met with the financial controller of this particular prospective client. The financial controller, or any other member of the executive or leadership team, forms a crucial element of how the business is conducted. We must ensure that the individuals who make economic decisions act in an ethical manner in a commercial environment. Specifically, we want our client to value its leadership structure and the short and long-term goals and strategies put in place to further ethical operations in the commercial context in which they trade. We would like the executives of the prospective client to have the ethical competence required prior to any engagement. Quantitatively, this would require them to be in the green zone of our ethical competence matrix in the attached executive summary. To aid us in our selection process, we have created a roadmap. This map cohesively presents both commercial and ethical concerns involved in the selection process, and will be used to filter and find a suitable client, perhaps the client under question, shall it pass each stage of the process. In order to put this map into practice, we will first need to acquire information regarding the client's product, how the client prices the quality of its product, and the ethical competence of the client's leaders.
In this presentation, we have looked at the application of three pillars of good business, in combination with some commercial attributes. In the case that the client can provide examples of positively contributing to society, coupled with providing a quality product at fair prices, we may conclude that this client will prove to be a promising candidate. We must also address the issue of whether or not the prospective client upholds an ethical and commercial standard in the way in which they operate, both in their business and their staff. It is through this marriage of both ethical and commercial concerns that make a good business.